This video is a tour of our ESL transition level classes. These are after our NRS 1 through 6 classes, and they are meant to prepare students in some cases to be able to take credit classes, maybe take the college placement test, but they are also meant to help students improve their English skills and in their careers. So starting with just take a look at one of the courses, high intermediate, and when we go to the content, we'll see what students see here. Okay? When they go through the course, they'll see how to use Brightspace, so some instruction on the technology that's needed. They'll see some sentence structure and punctuation and grammar. And these are separate modules. We have them separate so that teachers can integrate what they want or assign to students. And just an example here, many of these explanations, there's a few videos, but most of them are PDFs with some explanations and some exercises. And then there's often a short comprehension quiz that can be taken right afterwards. So, okay, so some grammar topics, sentence structure topics, you can see here, and these are things that can be that students often need to either review or learn to help them improve their writing and their speaking skills. So going on to the main modules, you can see that they're organized by writing skill. There's also some interesting topics here. You know, we hope a little bit of some biographies are included, a little bit of US history. So I think they can be really interesting for students who are learning a little bit about the US. And we can go into one of the modules and just see how they're organized. And I'll open up a few of the pages. We start with the learning objectives so that everyone can see where they're going next. And then we'll move on to, often there will be a reading skill, in this case, making inferences. Okay, and there's explanation, a video. So students can work on a particular skill with a particular topic. Okay, an assignment, there's some warm-up questions. Okay, and in some of these modules, I love these. One of our teachers loves to do these genially interactive activities. And so something a little bit different where we've got some poetry in this case. So, right. So it's just something that's more fun, that's different. So students can have some variety in their learning, something that's visually pleasing as well. So these genialies are in many of the modules, not all of them. And then you will see a main reading. Many of our main readings are from Common Lit, where we can, if I click over here, Common Lit, you can search many, many readings. You can search by genre, grade level, and these Common Lit articles, they're interesting, and they contain some text-dependent questions at the end. And so, okay, there we go. Okay, so reading comprehension questions at the end. All right. So yeah, so this is a Common Lit article. You know, some very interesting topics. In this case, about protest music. We have a lot of civil rights type topics. Sometimes vocabulary, text-dependent questions. So that's the reading. And so just following the structure of the module, and then we'll see some Quizlet vocabulary. And sometimes Quizlet, embeds nicely, sometimes it doesn't. It's always tricky dealing with technology. Today, while I'm recording this video, it's actually not working very well. So I will go to the Quizlet website because we did a little bit of troubleshooting. So if it's not embedding properly, you can do it from the website itself, right? And we've got just some different flashcards, and there's some other activities like matching. There's a test. So we use Quizlet for most of our modules. Students are familiar with it. They can do it on their phones. You can add pictures, and it's just a great resource that we've used. So the reading, the vocabulary, the comprehension questions, comprehension check, quiz, listening. We've got a couple of songs here, a discussion. This can be submitted onto Brightspace as a writing discussion, an assessment that can be graded, or it can just be for discussion in class. So again, we try to make these courses as in-person and online friendly as possible because we have these different modalities. Each module has a writing skill as well. So in this case, essay revisions. These are revisions from a previous module, this writing assignment, this 5-paragraph essay. And you can also see this essay rubric that's attached, right? To guide students, to give teachers a tool for grading as well. So lots and lots of great activities in these modules, and they're all laid out very similarly. There's a very similar feel, even though there's different topics in 600, 601, 602, these 3 different courses. We refer to them by these numbers. And I'm just clicking on the content of this other earlier course. You can see just on the left, if you want to look for some of the topics, right? Like understanding biases, embracing mistakes, censorship, nature and nurture, welfare, just interesting topics to read about, talk about, listen, give chance to hear students' point of view and for them to speak and write about these different topics. So we have used in these courses a number, as I've mentioned, a number of open educational resources. So a few of them that we've pulled from, Writing for Success, which we've pulled from a lot, and other institutions have as well. Right, so this is a great resource. This is a little bit higher than a lot of our students, but we've been able to simplify it. This is another open educational resource, Low Intermediate ESL Writing. So you can see some of the writing topics here that are used. Read faster, understand more for some reading comprehension. So these have been really, really great. And we were really excited to discover open educational resources and how you can take them and use them and customize them and embed them and all of these wonderful things. And then, of course, Common Lit, which I showed you previously. So that's a tour of our courses, just a very brief one. There's so much content, but we're very, very proud of just the quality and all the work that the teachers have put in, the creativity, the resourcefulness, and just being able to continuously improve them to make these classes as helpful for students as possible. Thanks for taking the tour.